would be able to utilize that to the maximum of potential. Because AUG3, they also have late game heroes of their own, such as the Lunok specifically, that if they stopped the scaling, it might be doomsday for the side of AUG3 Esports. But it will also play a critical and a huge role if AUG3 lands both the Lunox and the Beatrix the necessary kills for them to be able to itemize and scale earlier, making the late game arrive absolutely far better than the usual, which is why this is going to be the final matchup of both of the teams for today, who will be the ones to rise to the top. This is DNS versus AUG3.
Yeah, and already, right? Reinzel's trying to do what he does on Franco, set up here, but nice little defense play there for DNS. They're ready to rock and roll here. Again, they got to let Slowly find that moment to set up here on this Fanny.
Yep, and so far, it has been a very careful and surgical approach compared to what we've seen from the gameplays of DNS, because AUG3, we know that these guys don't like team fights. They just want to get in with the team fights that they know they can possibly win. It's Rizel once again back with this Franco pick. He recently lost in this specific matchup, but this time around, it is going to be Slowly being a little late, which is why Lord May, using the Bulwark Shield, is not going to be able to take down by the rest of the members. Rizel, though, using that Flicker and Iron Hook, but to no avail. It's DNS still with a slight lead in terms of the rotations, but AUG3 has it in the gold.
Yeah, see, like I said, Lord Kid going to get that comfortable lead here like he usually does when he plays the Thamus. But you know, when you have a Fanny on the other side, even if you're delayed, as soon as you have that level 4, as soon as you have your buffs, it's okay, right? You can still pump out that damage. You can still cause quite a bit of havoc just in being Fanny alone. So it's not as big as a disadvantage that we saw in the previous game, I feel like. So we'll see, again, if Slowly can actually capitalize on this Fanny pick. But right now, AUG3 doing a great job. The Turtle is going to be up here, though. Most likely, Lord Kid will take control of that area as soon as he decides to, but they have to give a proper response here. Look at the bottom lane as well. You saw that, right? First blood going over to Lucerne, right? And look how far in Zeptizi was. He was very aggressive trying to get the kill there. Also used a flicker, and Lucerne able to grab that first blood. So this is already a great start for a weapon mastery Brody, because again, that matchup is pretty tough, and Lucerne needs that time to get this advantage on a Brody pick. Now, Turtle's now going to be worked on here. It's actually going to be secured over by Slowly, but look at the bottom lane once again. There's the response they needed. Zeptizi with the backup from Rizel.
That is a good exchange coming in for both of the teams. But so far, it's the side of DNS Hammer Sonic that gets the better trade, locking in that specific hero, Brody, with the first kill. And at the same time, it was the rest of the members of DNS getting the reposition to be able to take the turtle, because initially it was the side of AUG3 that landed there first, but because the Black Dragon form was already committed and there was just so much sustain coming from the lineup of DNS Hammer Sonic, it was absolutely fine for them to be able to get in. And Rizel missing once again with the hooks. This has been one of their problems in the first game that we've seen from a while ago, but hold on, Lord Kid.
All right, now Lord Kid going to be in trouble here. There's all the ultimates coming down. They find the kill on Lord Kid. Now they're going to continue working on here. Nice hook there into the turret with the flicker, finding Big Mac. So nice little response there. That's going to be a 2-2 right now, but a 1-for-1 trade. And we're going to take a quick pause here for the boys. But that's quite a bit of action, Sona. I mean, right there, we can see the back and forth between both teams here.
I have to say it is indeed back and forth, because every single time that AUG3 was about to get more kills, it was the side of DNS Hammer Sonic converting with the major objectives. They managed to take the energy shields up top and the turtles at the same time from the river side, which is why they are still leading in terms of the gold. But you're taking a look at AUG3 Esports here. They also have ways to be able to pick off their enemies and cancel the team fights that DNS Hammer Sonic wants in terms of their initiations, as to how they will be able to counter engage in terms of the pick-offs when they go for the turtle. So it's going to be absolutely crucial in terms of the turtle fights on how they will be able to proceed with the team fight, because they can actually do it, if I suppose, because of the real world manipulation that is being showed here by DNS. And knowing this, AUG3 Esports would also like to go back and not push into any form of team fight unless DNS is already one man down.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that too, right? And that's the thing. When you have this kind of, again, this is what I expect too from teams that are playing their last game of the night, right? So not surprised by this, because I do feel like both these teams are pretty well matched as well. And that's the thing, right? Ryzel finding those moments with the Iron Hook will really pay off, but look at Slowly forcing the Black Dragon form already, you know, and this is exactly what they have to do, right? Fanny needs to find, it doesn't always have to be a kill. That's the thing. Slowly doesn't always need to get a kill on the Fanny. If he can get those crucial ultimate abilities out, then that leads them into safely securing another objective, which the turtle is going to be up here in about 10 seconds. You can see DNS trying to get in position here for what's ahead of them.
Yup, and at the same time, there is a swap of lanes when it comes to the rest of the members of DNS. But hold on, Bloody Hunt coming in once again.
Big Mac, he's actually going to be able to be okay for now, but here comes the crash down from Yakuza, looking for something, has the Chaos Balls there too. Big Mac finding some time, but finally goes down. Meanwhile, cross-map play, they're going to trade the turtles, so they're happy with a kill, but also Rusty did go down as well. So it's a one-for-one trade in terms of the kills, but DNS is going to secure not only a turret, but also a turtle.
1-for-1 in terms of kills, but I have to say it's a 3-for-1 in terms of major objectives, because as you can see, Brody is already onto the top side after chunking down that turret, energy shields. He went on to grab the last up until the last second, the remaining energy shields up top. So it is Lucerne once again with a lot of gold in his hands for him to be able to itemize, and it's also thanks to the rest of the members of DNS Hammersonic for assisting that specific marksman. But hold on, Bloody Hunt.
Oh, Lucerne actually still alive. There's anyone on blast. He finds a kill here. I'm surprised he was still alive for that. I think they thought he was going to go down, but here you go, Slowly now focusing on Rusty. Rusty took in quite a bit of damage. That's going to be the killing spree over to Slowly, but also finally Lucerne goes down, and again, continuing on the trend, this is a bloodbath between these two teams.
Props to Lucerne for actually being able to buy a lot of time for the rest of the members, and so will Ryzel in this purple objective, because he needs to wait for Lord Kid to be able to arrive, but Slowly he's not giving up.
Yeah, actually, look at Big Mac trying to zone them out. He does Slowly able to grab that purple buff. Can he go in? Oh, they're all lined up here. That's pretty dangerous and risky under the turret, and it's too much. The shutdown and double kill going over to Zepteezy.
That is the Wesker play that you were waiting for, Naisu. Right at the nick of time when DNS Hammersonic almost landed the hit for Zepteezy. It was just one snip away, but unfortunately for the guy, he was basically able to escape that specific team fight. But I also have to say it's also Lucerne now locking in that Blade of Despair. Iron Hook would be able to hit, but it's just enormous turret damage coming in from the Brody. Now no more outer turrets here coming from the side of DNS Hammersonic, because AUG3 is now left to just contest the turtle fight.
Yeah, Turtle's going to be started here. Actually, Black Dragon form comes out. There's a nice, clean, torn apart memory as Lucerne able to grab a kill here, forcing them back. They lose Razzle again. Turtle's going to go ahead and be secured here. Meanwhile, they're going to make their way up top as Zepteezy is up there. He's got to recall in time, but they crash down on Zepteezy at the top lane. 3 members are there. The rest of the team coming up to back him up. Turtle's now secured. Goodbye, Zepteezy gets deleted here. And now Lord Kid, Yakuza, and the rest of the team making their way up. There's a flicker, Numenon blast. Can they follow up here? Chewd drops the real world manipulation. Rusty's going to be quite low here and slowed, but that's just too much damage to deal with. And CC, and now Slowly joining the party as well. Can't get the kill just yet on Yakuza. There's the brilliance being popped. Slowly finally grabbing the kill. Big turnaround here for DNS.
Man, DNS is absolutely not playing around at this point. Got another pick off coming in for the rest of the members. Unfortunately, the rest of DNS is focused on just taking the turrets, and if overextensions come into play, that's okay.
That's okay, because under the turret they go. They find another kill here on top of Razzle, once again struggling in this game as well. And Lucerne picking up a big item pickup here with that Malefic Roar right now. And the focus here in the orange buff. Slowly going to back off here. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to overcommit. The rest of the team now here too. Lord Kid focusing on Lord May. There's the Pneumo Blast charging up. Black Dragon form comes down too. Zones them out. Buys some time. Nice play there by both teams. Able to kind of disengage from that situation.
Did you see that Lord May play, whereas he was about to bring in the Numenum Blast, but he didn't really continue. Instead, he baited off both the Order of Brilliance and the Black Dragon form at the same time. So there's less problems for the rest of the members of DNS, knowing that it's only Lord Kid basically defending for his life, and just like that, the Torn Apart Memory is not going to be able to pick him off, but instead bring him back to the base. And it is still the side of DNS Hammer Sonic that is just basically waiting for the Lord in almost 10 minutes of gameplay. And I have to say, man, it's slowly and chewed, most especially Lucerne, man. Lucerne has been giving a lot of damage in terms of the turrets, which is why they have reached this point, almost 5k in terms of the gold lead. And now AUG3 is forced to be with one another for another team fight.
That is a tough situation to be in. And now, again, DNS taking charge of these objectives. Concealed play is going to come out. Rizel looking for it. Gets the flicker. Bloody Hunt forcing Lucerne back. Gets the hook as well. They find the kill, but Rusty is now down. Rizel also taken out of the picture here. That's going to be a double kill for Slowly. They find the third member as well. DNS now taking charge here, full on, full force, forcing Lord Kid back as all members of four of them focusing on Lord Kid, and that's going to be an unstoppable Slowly, and now the green light to take the Lord.
Yup, that is indeed another clean gameplay coming in from DNS Hammer Sonic. AUG3 had the right intention just to be able to take Lucerne out, but there was just so much. They just gave out so much ultimates, so much skills just to be able to take one marksman, whereas the rest of the members of DNS have enough damage to bring all of them down. Fortunately, SevTZ was finally out of the picture once that team fight occurred, which is why he was able to respawn as early as possible. Taking a look at the items right now, Malefic Roar together with that Blade Despair is just basically the reason as to why this Brody hurts so much compared to the Blade of Despair, the Malefic Roar, and the Demon Hunter Sword as well coming in from the Beatrix. So somewhat, in some way, SevTZ also gets the items, but again, this will also show that the specific marksman hasn't been using it as much, given the fact that AUG3 doesn't have a full-on sustain. They're just depending on the Iron Hook to be able to hit before they start the fight. Because again, -1 is the key for them to be able to start and initiate.
Yeah, numbers advantage indeed. And I mean, that's what they're looking for, right? Lord's going to be marching up top. Rizel looking for some angle here with Iron Hook. Black Dragon form going to be popped. They're going to clear that Lord up pretty quickly. They should just disengage from here because they got to deal with the rest of the minions. They got to clear these lanes here, continue to buy some time. Gold lead is quite big, but look at the initiation coming out from Big Mac. All the flickers coming out slowly deep into the base here, forcing Rusty to heal up at the fountain. And now once and back and forth, Slowly goes with all the cables in the world. Real World Manipulation comes down, forcing another flicker from Rizel. They do come into the base of AUG3, just showing dominance here from DNS.
Yup, but at the same time, it was Big Mac taken out of that team fight there. It was a good concealed play coming in from DNS Hammer Sonic. However, they were unable to convert. Even if AUG3 actually was in the brink of death, it was absolutely fine because Rizel and Lord Kid made sure that the rest of the members, most especially the squishy ones, would be able to stay safe in that specific matchup. And one of the objectives that they have to take a look here, take a look at the map, man. 4 heroes are finally here just to be able to look and find out where the rest of the members of DNS is coming from. So I feel like their main targets are going to be either Chud or Lucerne, just so they would be able to at least not care about the burst damage being given by the rest of the members of DNS. But so far, it's slowly, and the rest of the gang just simply taking objectives. And the longer they stay there, the more objectives are being deprived away from them. And as we take a look at it, it's Big Mac and the rest of the members, man. There's no one coming in. There's no one attending the party. And it's just DNS, man. They're just making a party for themselves.
I mean, AUG3 is like, let's take a moment and wait here and see if someone makes their way downtown and see if we can get a kill. That's still what they're looking for. Rysel not able to get the hook there, but they do get a lockdown here in that mid lane bush. They're going to try and do their best here, but here comes slowly now, forcing the flickers out from AUG3, and slowly once again chasing everybody down, finding a kill here as Rysel falls now, and that's -1 for AUG3. Lord is now up and slowly continuing to take the resources from AUG3.
Yup, so far it is going to be Yakuza with the surprise play, canceling that objective steal. And Lord Kid is back at it again with the Counter Inferno. And that might be the end of the fight. But unfortunately for the side of AUG3, they were just, a few seconds too early in terms of what they wanted, because the Little Wanderer exploited where they were during that time, and it led to the demise of one of the members of AUG3. But fortunately for them, Rysel's death during that time wasn't really absolutely fatal, because of the fact that there were still 4 members and DNS couldn't really engage as much as they wanted to. Taking a look at the top lane right now, it's gonna be how DNS will be able to finish this game. They were here before, they want to do it now.
Big Mac's going to be focused on here. Still able to survive, though, so surprising, right? Able to survive all that onslaught from AUG3. Now they're going to be pushing the base. Lord's going to be up top. They got to deal with that. Meanwhile, they're going to focus on cracking open the base at the bottom first. They're also, top goes down. AUG3 has to defend other mines here. Look at slowly, bobbing and weaving right through there. It takes quite a bit of damage himself before he finally finds a kill. Brutality is going to be popped. Base is going to be worked on here. Real world manipulation comes down. Rusty trying to do his best to buy some time, but does fall, and that's not going to be enough because double kill for Chud. And there you go, the minion's still up here. Can they find another kill? Another one, triple kill for Chud, and it's only a matter of time before DNS takes the game, forcing Sevtz into the fountain, and that's going to be it. DNS taking the match.
That is some